And we are live. Is this thing on? Good. What is this thing? And we are about to bring you the most esportsiest esports that ever esports an esport, and we're about to shove it lovingly right up into your head holes. Here on the Independent Broadcast Network, it is Thursday night, and it is time for the LHL on DGL on IBN. I am Winners with the One. I'm here with Aila, and we're here to bring you all of the action. Already abbreviated a bit. We're getting a bit of a late start. The first game was postponed. So I guess people are avoiding that Thursday night thing. Hopefully not on purpose, fam. Was it something I said? But Chicago and Atlanta are not going to be on the lineup tonight. So instead we bring you 4 big teams, presumably, and 2 big games scheduled for. And those being Calgary in first place, Philadelphia trying to climb up from the bottom, and a win here would be huge for them. I don't think they're mathematically counted out just yet for the playoffs. I didn't think that last week either. But what a game they had last week. Check that one out on IBN Casting. An incredible match. Went to, 2 overtimes at least? Maybe 3? I can't remember. It seemed to go on forever. But it eventually ended, and it ended in Philadelphia's favor. And we'll see if they carry that momentum over into this evening's game as well against Calgary, who has been dominant from start to finish in this season as well as the last. Can they keep it going? We will find out in this first game. And then our second game of the evening will be Washington taking on Toronto. And these are teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack. Toronto with 22 points according to this spreadsheet, and Washington with 19. So Washington currently sitting in 5th place. So the top 4 teams go. So this could be a big one here. Well, they're all big ones, aren't they? We promise you esports. We promise you hot fucking action. And we are delivering as usual, because these guys just always bring it every time. The LHL, the premier North American League, the creme de la creme. You're going to see the best in action tonight. You wanted the best, you got the best. And it's right here. The Quake Champions big tourney, they're down. Their internet is down at QuakeCon, so this is the only game in town. So for, let's see, Calgary in blue will be Meat Sale, Guy, Sammy, K. Asato, and Omaha. And in red, it is Philadelphia, Gabe, Claude Giroux, Dildozer, Renegade, and Nolan Patrick. So already, heavily slammed shot heading towards the net. A little extra velocity will carry it over. And now a scramble for it here. The dish to Dildozer. It will head back to Omaha, who will immediately play this out. He's got Guy on the wing. And now they'll have to back up for this. Sammy is there. Being guarded closely. Renegade coming in. He will turn and look for an outlet pass here. And really he's just going to dump it into the opposite corner, which is a solid place to play it. We want to talk about the metagame of hockey. Do we really want to talk about that? I don't know. I saw somebody talking about an old cast in another game I did. They were talking, there's not much depth in the analysis. It's like, well, what do you want? Oh, this dude shot the other dude. Wow. But this dude made a shot. Wow. And what a save. Wow. By Claude Giroux. What a stop. That was coming at full speed. And somehow he just kept that on his stick. The veteran, Claude Giroux. Not usually somebody we see in the net. But just like Gabe and some of these other guys, you don't think of them as goalies, but their skills transfer well. You think of them as goal scorers, not goal stoppers. But like I said, A high level of talent on display here this evening. Now moving the other way. Chance. Oh, what a save by Meat Cell, slapping it out of danger. And the goalies, just a revelation tonight. Oh, a big play in front on the breakaway off the post. The rebound does not go. How? Just how? Oh. Somehow we remain scoreless. We're about halfway through the first period of a scheduled 3-period match between these two teams. Here's Dildozer now, lets it fly. And Meat Cell got just enough of that to keep it from going over the line. The veteran himself, Meat Cell, has just been good every season. And he doesn't get any worse, it just gets better. And now this pass attempt blocked. So it'll be Guy moving it forward. Trying to get through this defense. He makes the shot. Claude Giroux will keep it out of danger, and he'll watch this one sail just a couple of feet wide. And now we may see this reverse back the other way. No, held in by Calgary. We'll see if they go deep with this. Oh, the drop pass in front. Right there in the slot, and you see Philadelphia just swarm in between the face-off circles to circle the wagons and play defense. And, a chance there. And just off by a bit. So, again, we're seeing good chances on both sides. Here is Dildozer. He's had lots of good chances. And the backhander will go in the opposite top corner. And Dildozer again. He's big all the time, and he's big tonight. 1-0. He puts Philadelphia on the board first against the league-leading Calgary. But here comes Calgary. The shot, the goal, Guy! As he gets the feed from KS Auto, and he just pegs that low post. And just the bank shot going in. And now they'll try for another one, set up in front. And the rebound attempt will travel around. Held in at the blue line, blocked. And they are just doing a good job of keeping this on their side. A big save there. Oh, and Claude Giroux just tapping it out of the air to clear this one away. So now they'll just fling it from long range, looking for that tip in front. And nothing doing, so it is Dildozer again. He will try to go against the whole team. They do poke check it away. And now Guy will carry it around looking for the wraparound. And Claude Giroux getting back, skating over to that side of the net to keep it tied at 1. And a very furiously paced first period. And, you know, we talk about league parity. That's something you always try to go for. You don't want one team to just shit stomp all the other teams. And even when the numbers over the course of the season tend to go in one team's direction, as they certainly have with Calgary this season, then you look at Philadelphia tonight playing with a great sense of purpose. What a shot there. Meat Cell on the save. So, although the numbers speak one story, the story on the ice is something else altogether. And the league is just so good. I mean, you look at these lineups, you look at these players on these teams, and, you know, on paper, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's a good team. And for one reason or another, it doesn't always shake out that way, or sometimes it does. Claude's asking, how do people play goalie with all these bodies in front? Yeah. And as Meat Cell says, it's hard. It definitely is. This is a very difficult game. I mean, these guys make it look easy. We talk about this every week. It is a first-person hockey game. We're seeing it from up in the booth. They're seeing it from the perspective of the ice itself. They are seeing the stick in front of them, the puck, trying to keep it in front of them, and it is a very high degree of difficulty to play this game well. Oh, the chip shot Renegade following up as he just stayed with the play. And that is good hockey. That's fundamental hockey. He makes it 2-1, but going back the other way, Calgary with a chance. KS Auto. And what else can we say here on the Independent Broadcast Network about KS Auto that we have not already said? What superlatives have we not already used to describe the play of a Hall of Famer like KS Auto? It's just like he just said, no, we will not go down by 1 goal to the 6th place team. No, KS Auto will do something about this. We just see him doing that just at will, just over and over. Every season, every game, and this guy shows up to play, and it's always fun to watch from up here. But it also ties this game up once again as we are about halfway through regulation time here in the 2nd period. And Philadelphia, they are not going gently into that good night against this Calgary team who has just been steamrolling the entire league, and they won last season's cup. They're hoping to repeat here, but first they're going to have to get through the rest of the league, and Philadelphia is giving them a good reminder of that tonight. With the really hard-nosed play that they are bringing to the ice against Calgary. You like to see teams playing with pride, even if they're close to being mathematically eliminated, or even if they are mathematically eliminated. You love to see them show up and play with some gusto, with some aplomb. And Philadelphia just really showing us something here this week. They certainly did last week. Last week, that was just a battle of attrition. Nothing seemed to be going in for either team, and frustration on both sides, but yeah, they just stayed with it. And then just Gabe lobbed one at the net, it went off somebody's stick and went in the goal. And sometimes little things like that are the difference between winning and losing. We still have yet to see who will come away victorious in this one. Under a minute left in the 2nd period. And here is Gabe. And here is one of those lob shots, and it will travel over the net. Held in Renegade. He will send it across. And this one lands just outside of the face-off circle. And the bounce is going to take it away, so they'll clear it back down. So they'll reset here. Already Renegade down there to take it up. Omaha, though, getting it, firing it in immediately. And somebody tipped that one just out of danger. But here comes Dildozer. 15 seconds left. Oh, nice play there to tip it away. As Trevcrow just came up out of nowhere. And so many of those kind of plays are difference makers. We see that so much. I don't know if they get counted in any sort of statistics, but the defense, we've talked a lot about how defense has really improved in the league. I see people talking on the podcast and stuff about whether it has or not. From what I can see up here, fellas, when you're talking about the history of North American hockey, question mark, it really has. There's the rink awareness, the stick awareness. We see so many things that would have gone past somebody, and they'll just get a stick up and block it or tip it. Oh, going for the empty net. Dildozer will get his 2nd of the game. Renegade on the assist. And Philadelphia again takes the lead, 3-2. What a play.
Wow.
Yes, thank you, Aila. Yeah, it's been a tough day here. We're a little slow on the uptake, but we're enjoying what we're seeing here. This is quite a battle. You would not know that this was the first place team versus the sixth place team. And Calgary trying to even things up, and there's a nice play by Gabe as he gets that high stick on it. And so now Guy will shovel one across, beautifully laid in. KS Auto does the rest. And just beautifully thrown in there by Guy. He got a little bit of height on that pass and just kind of got it over the defensive players. And KS Auto, the veteran, able to settle that down right there in the slot. And we're tied again. This is quite a game. Oh, and just moving through. Oh, it's KS Auto. Goes through the whole team. That's an old school kind of goal. That's the kind of goals that we used to see back in the day, where somebody just kind of 1v5s everybody. Or 1v4 back then. The addition of an extra player has definitely changed the way the game is played. If you want to talk about the fucking meta, we can talk about that. But, the wraparound attempt does not go. As the Philly defense holding tight. Now here is Gabe, fires, meat sail on the save. And that was one of those deceptively difficult shots to stop. And shout out to Meat Sail as always. This just in, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So Calgary, is this their first lead of the game? I believe it is. Philadelphia keeps scoring goals, and then Calgary just has an answer for them, and then KS Auto just walked through everybody and grabbed the lead. But now, loose, and KS Auto will finish it off. As Claude, and Guy gets the assist. Classic Guy Apple. Yes, indeed, sir. Claude just made an aggressive move out there, and he's usually not a goalie. But so when faced with KS Auto, you got to do what you got to do, and that was almost one right there. That rattles off the crossbar. And so that's when I tried to play soccer goalie. I was terrible at it. Much better hockey goalie. That's what they tell you. Just go out and be aggressive. You don't want to get caught in between going out and making a play and then just kind of getting caught back there deep in the net. There's a lot of guesswork in soccer. That's why I liked hockey better. It's more reactive. And KS Auto, very proactive as he gets his fifth of the game, and now all of a sudden Calgary starting to assert themselves in what was once a very close game. And so now, on the strength of KS Auto, Calgary, and then this is symbolic of what their season has been like. So they just start to pull away here in the third period. So now under a minute left. And unless Philadelphia can pop in 3 goals, we've seen crazier shit happen here in the LHL. But certainly a spirited effort from this Philly team. They came out and they took it right to them. And Claude, he makes a save there. He's made some good saves, but in the end, it's all about KS Auto and Calgary. And they are going to be a formidable team for anybody who has to face them in the playoffs, which will be coming soon. This is week 6, I believe. Week 8 is the last one, and that's not even a full week. So I think next week will be our last regular season game on the channel. Oh, and almost a last minute from Dildozer and Renegade. They're coming in. But nope, 6-3 will be the final. Entered into the history books when the great scorer comes to write the names. He will write that Calgary got the W against Philadelphia, 6-3, in what was a very exciting game. But yeah, so next week will be our last regular season game, and then it will be time for the playoffs. And we are wasting no time getting into this next game. And this one should be a fun one to watch. These are two really fun, up-tempo teams, and they have a lot of style, and they have some very good players. And yes, we promised you esports, and fucking A, do we ever deliver. Yeah, the Quake Champions, we were watching that earlier. You know, QuakeCon is happening this weekend, and then the streams died. People were like, what happened? It turns out that the LAN, the BYOC, everything, all the internet in Dallas at QuakeCon is shut down right now. I don't know what the hell is happening. There will probably be riots. It'll probably be much like what you've been seeing on CNN, except it'll be angry and nerds violently rioting in the streets because there is no internet at the Gaylord Convention Center out in Dallas. But hopefully they'll get that sorted out. So usually we would be at QuakeCon, but no, we are here bringing this to you. And this is where the real esports is. We may not have 14,000 viewers, but I guarantee you at least that many will watch this on YouTube. When it goes up later on IBN Casting, we hope that you will follow at IBN Casting. And while we wait for Washington to bring out their lineups, we'll look for Toronto and who they're bringing. They are in red, it appears. And it is Kill Pestle, BGP, Self-Plug, Luchik, and Slim. Of course, if you watched Friday Night Hockey, when we were doing our run of that briefly, which you can also see on IBN Casting, you'll know that Slim is one of the all-time great players of 62A. Definitely among the top 5, probably the top player of 62A in the world. And that, along with this version, which is 55, it is made by Cryptic Sea, the very busy, very charismatic developer who is the mind behind Hockey ? And many have tried, all have failed, to make a similar first-person hockey game. And so it's a testament to his genius, to Alex and Luke, who put this game together. And years later, there are people still playing it. For a while it was just the Russians, and then things picked up a little bit here in the USA. And hell, I've been casting this thing for 5 years. Can you imagine? 5 years. That's crazy, y'all. Casting the same game. That's like a year in esports is like 7 years in real life. It's like dog years. So that's about 35 years of my Hockey ? Casting career. And I've loved every second of it, and I thank everybody who watches this shit and who helps us out. Again, I want to thank all the people who, a couple of seasons ago, my computer died, and a bunch of you chipped in to help me get a replacement for it. We're using that tonight, and that's a testament to your greatness. And so, for Washington, it's going to be, of course, Deloriax, I see Dalfan, Tony Flo, and Louis Friend. That's a good lineup. This is going to be a good game. I'm glad you're here to share it with us tonight on the Independent Broadcast Network. I'm glad I'm here to witness it, to be part of history. So with the opening face-off, a chance already, and this will be turned to the side. Self-plug is in the net. Lewis Friend doing the honors for Washington on the other side. And so now they will push this in the opposite direction on the rink. As a battle for the puck. It is turned loose now. And we get a pretty close-up of it wobbling up there. So wobbling like the bass on a dubstep track. And down in the corner, it will be Icy looking for Dial on that long pass up to center ice. And this is a play you're going to see a lot. We're talking about that fucking meta. As soon as they get control of the puck, you're going to see, there they go. You're going to see Dial, and those guys just immediately turn and skate forward and get in position and just try to find some space where somebody can just lay that right in front of them, just get that pass down, and so that they can catch up to it. And just try to do it without breaking stride and just keep that speed up. Sometimes it doesn't quite get there and they have to kind of reach back for it, like Dial did just there. But when it's on, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. But sometimes you just got to get in there and grind it out. And it is yet to be revealed what type of game that this is going to be. Nice plays off the wall by Lucic to keep this going. The wall is like another member of the team. Lewis Friend on the save for Washington as they eventually made his way in to make that shot. And so now we will see Toronto load up and try again. No, taken away. Chance now. And Self-Plug will come out and grab this. Gets it to Kill Pessel. And he will lay one in off the wall. Chance now. Shot! Oh! And the tough angle will not go. Now Self-Plug coming out to gobble this puck up. Now he will send it to Lucic. He will have Kill Pessel just waiting right there in front. Goes ahead and takes the shot himself. And now here comes Washington. Dial with the puck. Long shot coming in. Oh! Jump save by Self-Plug. And those that you talk about, difficult type of shots, that is definitely one of them. It just sort of starts dropping in front of you. It's really hard to gauge that. And Self-Plug just leaping in the air to make the stop. And so now Washington trying again. Poke check takes it away. Now cleared down. Center ice right on the tape. And somehow that got through. But chopped away by Tony Flo. And now Toronto. Well, so there's just not much room for anybody to breathe on either side here. Now there's one coming through. Self-Plug again on the stop. Both these goalies, they're being called upon to do the honors here in the first period. So we near that 1 minute mark with still no score on the board. A very tightly played game so far, and that is reflected in the scoreboard as we watch them go at it some more. Self-Plug now, BG. He will take this, the tap over. But here's Dial. He's going to have a chance at it. He chips one in. Oh, a little bit of a helping back there. All hands on deck for Toronto. It's a slow bouncer, giving them trouble, but they handle it. In the words of the great poet Vanilla Ice, if there's a problem, yo, I will solve it. And solve it they did. 16 seconds now. And this puck traveling across the ice to Dial. He will sit in front. Oh, and the shot. Not quite there. Tony Flo put the hammer down, but it rattles off the post. And so we will carry this scoreless first period right on into the second, right where we started. We've learned so much along the way. And we will continue to do so. Oh, this one dangerous! Lewis Friend will get the stop. And that one just got tipped and is still traveling at a high rate of speed. Lewis Friend is there. Another tough stop. And we give a lot of praise to the goalies. All they have is just that blade. Oh, but Kill Pessel will shoot and score on just a love tap there. Lucic with the initial shot. Kill Pessel just getting enough of it to hop it over the stick and in. 1-0. That is the first goal of the game. Washington takes the lead. And you see, if you look at the mini-map, you can see how tightly they're playing each other on defense. There's a lot of... Everybody's got their guy and they're playing him. So, chance here. And that will go off the side of the net. He may go for the wraparound here, and he is blocked. As Dalfan and crew are there. Now this one's still in the corner and very much in question as to who is going to turn up with it. This will be swatted in the opposite direction. Again, just trying to clear out some space. Do something, anything with this puck. They are just keeping up the pressure, both of these teams. There's not a lot of real estate to work with. So they'll do these long shots like that, and a nice save by Selfplug. And that's going to rattle around and drop right in front. It was almost another chance for Washington. They'll hang on to it. And a few headbutts. Things get physical. Kill Pessel trying to get to this. And Lucic. This will be fired just short. And they're trying to do the quick out to Dial. So he was streaking up the ice looking for that pass. Right now, this shot will go well wide of the net. They're just trying to hold it in and get some warm bodies back there, get some numbers from their team. And now they are starting to do so. Here is Toronto with the puck. Sent back to the blue line and beyond. This is in the neutral zone now. This friend will make the stop. And again, you just see them trying to get those passes. They've got everybody in position. But defensively, there's just a lot of awareness on both sides. And they're just there to put a stick down and prevent these things from happening. So it's very blue-collar style. It's hard to do all the pretty stuff that both these teams would like to do. But it's keeping the game very close. Still just one goal on the board, that being for Toronto. They are the team in red. And they're going to try for another one here. Lewis Friend very alertly comes out to make the stop. So now turning, sending it back through. Got Lucic down there. But Icy will instead get to this puck. Let's see where he goes with it. He's got a chance in front! As again, it was Tony Flo. Yes, it was. 45 seconds. the long shot. Oh, and that will bounce overhead. His Lewis friend will just gaze up, kind of like that picture of Trump staring at the eclipse. He just kind of stares at that one as it goes overhead. But now coming back the other way, shot, and scored! Dalfan. That is classic Dalfan right there. On the assist from Icy, Washington has tied this game in the closing seconds of the second. How about that?
The crowd goes wild.
Yes. Yes, a dramatic. Oh, and talk about dramatic right there. Kill Pessel. His second. A quick response. And Toronto regains the lead. Now another shot coming in, though, and self-plug. Well, watch it go wide. As we enter the third period with Toronto. Getting the things evened up, and then Kill Pessel came back and scored another one to regain the lead, and here we are. The third period, which, yes, is often the most important period of a hockey game, and I think that will prove to be the case here. Oh, chance in front! And shot wide. This is a tough one there. Dial with lots of traffic on it, sending it to Tony Flo. Oh, and another good opportunity right in front of the net. But again, you're seeing how closely these guys are being marked. I mean, they're just trying to keep anything super fancy from happening out there on the ice, and for the most part, doing a pretty good job of it. So Washington down by one. Dalfan will find Tony Flo on the long pass. This will travel back down into the boards and could be in a pretty good position here, but it's going to get away from everybody. So it will be Lewis' friend, who immediately throws it back in where it was. So here's Slim, the 62 superstar. He sends it down. And Kill Pessel just working, circling, looking for somebody there in front of the net. And Washington catching up. Lewis' friend just taking this out of danger quickly. And so 3 minutes remain. Kill Pessel just back there taking on the whole team. He's like he's just going to try to hold it in all by himself. But here comes Icy. He will look for Dial. And BG, of course, knows that that's what they're going to try to do. So he is there to keep it away. Now he will get the puck back. Dumped in, chased, Lucic catches, shoots. Lewis' friend gets a piece of it. Kill Pessel now on the backhand. This will go back behind the net. And now chased and cleared. Slim will go back for this. And the outlet pass over to BG. Tony Flo, though, is going to catch up to this. And here comes Washington. And quickly closing the gap again is this Toronto defense. So this is the kind of play that you're going to see coming up very soon in the playoffs, which will be in 2 weeks here on IBN. We are certainly looking forward to that. And it's going to be interesting to see how these last few games play out in terms of, who is going to be among those four teams? There's still a lot of questions to be answered about the makeup of the playoff rosters. And there's still questions to be had about the outcome of this game, as it's still... Here's Lucic, and he's going to have a good chance on the breakaway. Louis Friend coming out to make the save. And that's just good goalie awareness right there. And now under a minute. That would have sealed the deal. And they're going to try again. A little push pass. And Louis Friend again on the save. Time running down. Cam Washington make a move. Sent across. Tony Flo takes it over the blue line. Fires it in. Oh, he had a chance there as Dial was waiting. And it's just beyond the tape. 28 seconds now. You'll see Kilpestle try to get to this. Louis Friend does. Instead, blocked. It's going to come around, but Icy will have a chance to move this forward. 17 seconds now. Oh, and swinging and just trying to get something going there. 8 seconds. They might have one more shot. And coming across now. The shot there, just not much on that. Trying to lift something towards the net. But put it in stone, the victor of a very exciting game between Toronto and Washington will be Toronto, as they take a 2-1 victory in the nightcap here. And these were what we promised you, esports. And as always, these guys delivered. I feel pretty safe telling you that, yeah, we're going to bring you some serious esports, because the level of play is just tip-top. It's phenomenal, and always a pleasure to cast here on Thursday nights. And next Thursday night should be no different, depending on whether more people reschedule their damn games or not. We'll see. We got 2 in tonight, though, fam, and last week we just had 1, so that's double. We had double the games tonight, so a bargain at any price. You can't get much better than this, except maybe 3 games, which we do have on the schedule for next week at this same time. Actually, a little earlier. We'll be on at 7:30 Eastern. We had to start a little later because the first game was postponed. Not sure when that will take place, but we'll be on air to bring you whatever action may come our way here on Thursday nights. And then the week after that, the playoffs will begin, and that is always a good time. And followed by the finals, which will be the natural progression of things. You have the playoffs and you have the finals. It's a time-honored tradition in the Legends Hockey League, and we are always humbled and amazed and thrilled that people take the time to watch it all, whether it's 3 people watching or 3 million. It's just, words fail me. They should have sent a poet. What the hell, they did. So we will see you next Thursday, if not before. Keep threatening to cast some other stuff. Real life intervenes, fam. You know how it is. But we'll let you know if you follow us on IBN Casting. Follow me, Winners at the One. Follow Aila, IBN Aila. Aila, you didn't have much to say tonight. Oh, but I think we're just in awe of what we have seen as far as pure esports spectacle, as we do every week. And yeah, all the social media stuff's at the bottom of the screen there. Check out the subreddit, of course, if you like the game and you're not already in the community. Check out r/hockey ? On Reddit. It is the subreddit of choice for the hockey ? community, and it's a good one. And also there's a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon. Fuel our ramen and grape soda existence that we are trying to live through nowadays. But hey, some people got it worse, right? We just got to keep living, man. LIVIN. All right. In the words of another great Texan. So from all of us at the Independent Broadcast Network, I think we've got to close it there before things get really dangerous. We love you very much. We appreciate you very much. And we will see you next time. Good night.
And you as well.